Hi, it's Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is ready and flexible. Well, this is a Tuesday afternoon, and I'm heading out. I'm driving in my truck, my beautiful truck that I love. I'm going to my dentist. I got a dentist appointment, first one in quite some time with all the COVID stuff. Everything has been pushed back and closed and whatever. So finally have an appointment to get a checkup and a cleaning and all of that. And I got to be there at 3. It's about 2. I got quite a drive. It's still in the same. It's in the city where I used to live, and I almost got in an accident here. Some guy pulled out. I don't know what he's thinking. But it's in the city, so I got a ways to go. I just haven't done all the changes that are necessary when you move yet. And plus my kids live over there, so I'll be able to see my son afterwards. So that part works out good. So I'm not totally ready to totally uproot everything. Kind of weird drivers today in the afternoon, all the older people, I guess. And anyway, I have the appointment at 3. I wanted to leave at 1:30. Now it's 2 o'clock. It's about it wasn't quite a half hour after I intended to leave. But I had to stay because I was in the middle of an important work meeting, on the computer call and all of that. And it's very interesting, very big project. I had to talk about my functional area, and I didn't want to miss that. And I had, told the organizer that I had to leave at a certain time, but then in the meanwhile, a bunch of other people told him they had to leave too, so they kind of squeaked in front of me. But anyway, it did work out. I did give my talk, and I told the people I have to run, and I guess the reason I'm talking about this ready and flexible is I was all ready to go because I knew this would happen. I knew that I had to get up and leave right away. I didn't have time to monkeying around grabbing the stuff I needed for this to get to the dentist on time. I was ready, right? I was all dressed, shoes, coat handy, hat handy, everything I needed, pockets full. I had done everything prior to the start of the meeting so I can just run out and go. And I think if you can be ready for things, if you can get kind of ready for almost everything in your life, it makes life a lot simpler, a lot easier. You don't have so much anxiety about being late, or not bringing the right stuff, or not knowing where you're going. If you always are trying to be a little bit ahead, always kind of working from ahead, not behind. So, I didn't want to have to call the dentist and tell him I'm late. I just want to show up on time. I didn't want to have to call to cancel this dentist because of this meeting, because I'd already been postponed for months, and my teeth are important to me. I don't want anything to happen. Plus I've got that tax-free money I need to spend for my dental work by the end of the year, so I don't lose the money, right? There's like a reasons to do it now, not wait. And so being ready and always will help you. I think I talked about being ready for winter, be ready for your whatever, right? Making your life just simple, easy, stress-free. If you can dampen down the stress as much as you can, oh man, life gets so much better. And I've always liked this being ready, but I've continually refined it over the years. So it's like I'm always ready for whatever, and it's fun. It's nice to be considered the guy who's, not running around with his head cut off like a chicken. You're not expecting him to be late, and you can kind of count on him for things like that. So I think find the life, if you can get this, incorporate this being ready all the time into your life, it makes your life a lot easier, simpler. And I think for me, the biggest thing is the low stress, and the idea of I don't have to really rush and hurry. I've done the work, the hard work on the front end, so I don't have to do the extreme hard work on the back end. And then the ready and being flexible is the flexible. Well, I knew I wanted to leave at 1:30, but I knew I had a little bit of flex. I knew I had some time. I knew if I left at 1:30, I'd be there early. If I leave at 2, I'll be late. So somewhere between that 1:30 and 2 is the right time. And that's what I did. And, of course, the meeting that I was in at work started at 12:30. It was going to go to 3:30, and my part was toward the beginning. And, you're sitting there listening to everybody else talk and wishing they could hurry up and all of that. But at some point I realized I'm probably going to be okay. And so I just, gave my best presentation as I could. Told the people, if you have questions about this topic, send them to me, later, but I have to run. And then I did just that. I got up and left. But the flexible, right? So the idea was to build in a little bit of flexibility with the time. I had the optimum, the plenty of time was the 1:30. The too late time is 2 o'clock. Somewhere in between there is the right time, and I think I'm pretty much hitting it. Now this time is variable, right? If I was driving in the snowstorm, this wouldn't work. But I knew the weather was going to be beautiful today and dry, and the roads are perfectly clear. So when you have good weather, you can be a little more less generous on the flexibility. Of course, if I was leaving late in the day during the rush hour, you'd have to build in more flexibility with the time. So I would give that idea some thought. Those two, ready and flexible, that will really help lower your stress levels. Because you can't be ready for everything. I mean, to me that's kind of not a viable solution. You want to be as ready as much as you can, and then be flexible on the back end, so you can adapt and work with what life throws at you. So anyway, give that idea some thought, all for now.